So one of the exercises in the Dreams and Goals program I'm taking with Donna was to, clear out the abundance corner of your home. So according to a feng shui principle, the abundance corner of your home is if you're looking in through the front door of your home and you raise your left hand diagonally, where that points is the abundance corner. And if you have a multi-level home, then it's the top floor. And what was cool is for my home, my parents' home, the Kingdom of Prosperity, the abundance corner happens to be in this room, which is where it's sort of like my office. And that's where my meditation nook is. And the abundance corner happened to be this corner. And it was, there was not much stuff on it. Actually, this drum and a few other things. So, it'd only been a few days since I had Lord Rain, money, painting, and the money grid in my bedroom. And now it is in the abundance corner. The placement of the crystals in the 4 directions, and then these Magdalene codes. So I worked with these divine codes, divine light activation codes, and Magdalene love codes that were originally channeled by this woman named Danielle Rama Hoffman. In the joy painting, certain codes corresponded with certain crystal and plant allies. And so I mirrored that in my grids. So yesterday, I find out that Crystal Hoffman, who taught the Gaia class last year, I knew she was running it again, but she just made the offer to previous students that we can retake the class for free, which feels like such a gift because I was literally just talking about the program and reconnecting with it through my painting. And, to be able to go through and work with the same crystals and herbs, some of them which I'd never consciously worked with before, but to have more time with each one. I think originally it was we had maybe a 16-week journey, and this time she spread it out for 6 months. So, and it just, it feels magical. So, I already have the crystals. Some of them I got for this class. Like I already had lapis lazuli, but I didn't have lepidolite or ruby. Reconnecting with Gaia. And I love the people in that program. So I'm just happy to reconnect. Again, Crystal is another person who I feel like she is in her genius. She's a great presenter and space holder and just like lovely person. So, and I hope she's becoming semi-local. They're based in Pittsburgh, her and her husband. He's an astrologer. I've also taken his class Gnosis, which is great. But I heard that they might be moving. Also, Lilith, the goddess Lilith, has been coming to me again, which I'm very happy about. Lilith was the first goddess who I really felt the presence of viscerally. First home I transformed into a sanctuary with the help of the Ascendant Masters was my parents' home on the water, the home I lived in for most of my childhood. And Lilith was a goddess of the outside, the deck. Tony's apartment, the condo, the Sanctuary of Beauty, was overlit by Archangel Michael. And when I moved in, I asked if there was any changes, and I was shown that Archangel Michael was still there, but that also Lilith was there, and then recently Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So Lilith I've been connecting with just through that home. And then I pulled, she came up in a card reading I did yesterday. And then today we were doing a group, like a healing call as part of VKF, where we were doing EFT. And the group picked limiting beliefs around, or just the fear of opening to greater pleasure. And essentially, we got to the shame piece, which is so pervasive, unfortunately, and deep, but just the shame of feeling pleasure, right? Like the what we know of as modern Christianity is based on, and many patriarchal Eastern religions, or the patriarchal versions that we've received mainstream, that see the body as less than, see the feminine as less, see the matter, something to transcend. And of course, the way I look at it is everything is divine, and everything is a gateway and a portal. And reason why we're here is to experience through this specific body and to enjoy and to feel pleasure. So just like reconnecting with that energy of Lilith, who, you know, one of the traditional stories, like she refused to lay under Adam as his subservient, and she said we're equal, and she left rather than be under submission. And one of the things that I claimed was that I was born for pleasure, because it's literally like we're created through pleasure, right? Through orgasm, and we're meant to be emanations of that and share that, which also opens us to pain, right? Which is, I think, why it's also scary, because you have to move through the pain that you haven't been feeling in order to be receptive. And then I also realized, so that this painting, you know, that I've been working on for a while, this was beginning my journey around desire. Always like, I don't know what exactly I want. If I knew what I wanted, I would just go for it, but like, I'm not sure. And not being clear on like what's my desires versus someone I love or what I'm programmed with, all of that. And it's like, oh yeah, this is still part of that journey.